NVIDIA's 30 series of GPUs are some of the most sought after pieces of equipment since the onset of the pandemic. Well, right next to toilet paper and liquor. But with scalpers and chip shortages forcing the price of electronics through the roof, finding devices like NVIDIA's flagship GPU at MSRP became a matter of being the quickest on the draw of the mouse. But even then, your chances of beating bots that gobbled up units by the thousands were slim to none. As the dust settles on the marketplace and supply catches up with demand, prices are starting to look a little bit more reasonable. If by reasonable I mean choosing between food in your refrigerator and maxing out your frame rate in crisis. I'd recommend the latter. I mean, who needs to eat right when you have games to play? With things looking up for the industry, the mad dash for hardware will more than likely pick up, and with GPU mining looking less desirable for our robot overlords, getting your hands on a 30 series may finally be possible. But at this point, does it even make sense to hit the market while it's blazing? I mean, with the 40 series just upon the horizon, we have to ask ourselves, is the 30 series worth the hype? During the peak of inflated pricing, I was in the middle of upgrading my second build, War Machine, with the goal of building a rendering monster for my 3D projects. I decided to ditch my 2080 Super for something with a little bit more punch. With aid from private investors, aka my parents' retirement fund, I was able to gather up enough to lease a 3080 from Newegg. How much was this investment? I worry that if I told you, it would degrade our relationship. All you need to know is that my soul now belongs to NVIDIA shareholders, and if the likes on this video don't meet their quota, it's back to the copper mining fields for me. At any rate, choosing the 3080 seemed like a reasonable upgrade. That coupled with the 5950X from AMD, and I was off to the food rationing races. I was under the impression that I ought to go big or go home. What I didn't consider was the practicality of this choice that late in the game. Patience is a virtue. At least that's what the voices keep telling me. Ergo, pulling the trigger on a 3080 without weighing the risks and the rewards went against my better judgment, pulling me closer to the dark side of the gaming force where lies EA, Marcus Notch Person, and the Umbrella Corporation for Resident Evil. If I'd only taken a moment to realize that I was being pulled into a trap by evil corporate mind tricks, I may have realized that in sickness and in health, my 2080 Super had been faithful, but like many of my past loves, I left her in a cardboard box underneath my mattress. I left her for her pretty cousin. And could you blame me? Look at those textures, the frames, the resolutions, the cuticores, or should I say cutie cores? And so began my era of want prefacing need. While gaming has always been my passion, I've never been a frame rate fiend. For the longest time, I got by with the bare minimum and still had great fun on graphically intensive titles. My 2080 was my first flagship NVIDIA product, and for the longest time, I was satisfied. I took great pride in telling Best Buy associates, friends, family, and anyone else who had no idea what I was talking about that my 2080 was the baddest card on the market, next to the TI, of course. And now, Unreal Engine 5, Cyberpunk 2077, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and Minecraft, still Minecraft, what the hell? I knew I would need to upgrade soon, and while I'll never forget my first love, my high school sweetheart, I soon realized that there were other fish in the sea. All jokes aside, the hype is real. Especially with prices falling, you may feel like this is the best or only time to get a GPU. But the hype can blind you to a few factors. The first being, rumor has it, the 40 series of GPUs is right around the corner. Some are expecting it this year in September, so happy birthday to me, I guess. Secondly, game and software developers will not alienate you. They want as many people to play their games as possible. Therefore, the minimum requirements for casual shooter games relate that. There are dozens of videos of people making do with entry-level hardware and playing titles such as Fortnite, CSGO, or even Cyberpunk with low settings. It may be more of a slideshow than a visual masterpiece, but hell, back in the day I was happy to boot Portal 2, let alone play it. Finally, there are many solutions today to get your gaming fixed without needing to piece together a beast of a machine. Hold your pitchforks and your torches and hear me out. In so few words without angering the master race: console gaming, cloud gaming, Steam Deck, laptop, all viable solutions. I guess what I'm saying is the 30 series is proven to be just another pretty face. I'm not saying it's not a powerful piece of hardware or that you shouldn't buy one, but at this point I would implore ye tech versions not to follow the crowd on this one if at all possible. Make do with what you have and see what the future holds. If you already sold away your graphics solutions, God help you.